What's up, my lovelies? So I had an unannounced visitor that came by, took care of that. Got chilly. I put on my Tractor Supply duster. It's so comfy. So we're gonna see if a few of you jump on. If maybe, if not, I'm gonna continue packing. Well, there we go. So I didn't pack anything. I stopped the video, took care of company, and now we're back to packing. Let's get this underway. So have in the big part, we have where the packing cube goes in here. And then my tablet will go in this portion in here as well, or the one up front. I haven't made up my mind. I still use this. I use it for work. I use it for home. It does have a keyboard that you can use on it. And it does not have a screen protector on it, but I took a screen protector for your paper and cut the holes on it to match and taped it in, and it is perfect. It does have a detachable keyboard. It is not attached. I'm not taking it with me. I don't want to use it. I can use my fingers for what I need for this. So we're going to leave that alone. The next thing that goes is this toiletry bag that I have. It fits in that space up top. And then I take my pillow, my scarf pillow that I made, and it fills in the other space very nicely. So when you're laying down looking at this, it fills in all of the spaces, top to bottom. So let me see if I can show you. So when I stick it in here, I've gotten, let's see, there. So the pillow goes this way, the natural curve fits in that way, and so we are covered. And zip up this. Now, I'll tell you something about this bag I really like. I hope I can find the link or the description so that I can show y'all what it is. You might be able to find them on Amazon. I don't know. They come in a variety of things, styles. This one is not actually a laptop bag. It is a backpack, technically, with a laptop compartment. So it has more of the roomier space. Because all electronics have to be taken off to go through TSA, these are hooked on the outside of my bag, but they will be around my neck to go through TSA so that I can take them off with my electronics. So the next compartment on my bag is this one. This is behind the handle that I told you I had. This is where the Dramamine is going. This is where the extra masks are going. I want to know exactly where those are. This is the mask that I will be wearing to go into the airport because it has the most loose fit on it. So all of that is in there. There is nothing else in that compartment, nothing else going in that compartment. So it is completely shut off. So last we have this huge compartment back here in the back. So I am putting my clothes back there. I'm thinking that this bag in particular has a hole in it. I think I have mashed the air out of this bag like 3 times since I've done this video. So the clothes go in the back there. This one appears to be leaking as well, but it's no biggie. We can squish it out and fix it. So they are just kind of tucked in whichever way makes them close to flat back there. This is the bag that has my jewelry in it. So it gets tucked in to fill in that space as well. We're going to zip this up, and then I will show you some of the features that one of the reasons why I really bought this bag in particular. So I have wet wipes that I need to accommodate for, but I'm going to put these in a sandwich bag, so I left them out. My purse that I'm using goes in this front pouch as well. And I forgot it. I got sidetracked when I had company. So we're going to stick it in here. Now, I know all this fits because I've had it. So I got to repack it again and figure out. So this is now going in the second compartment. And that's okay, as long as I know where it is. So let's see if I can reconfigure this bag a little bit. Oh, there we go. So I stood this up. Now we're cooking with grease. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay, still got it. Say, I know this works. I've done it one time already. Okay, here is one of the main reasons I bought this bag. For these pockets right here. I know they may sound crazy. I have these net pockets as well. And then I have these storage pockets. So my electronic cords and all that are right here, my cubes, they're going in there, as well as these cables are going into that same electronic space as well. I will know where they're at. I will know that they are easy to get to. They zip up. I cannot lose them. On the other side, I have another one just like it. I don't want these scratched, but if they get scratched, it's okay. They're going to go on the other side. Now, with all that in there, ideally, it's not going to work the way I want it to for my water bottle. I showed y'all yesterday the water bottle that I was packing. It is this one right here. It is insulated and it is heavy. It will fit without my glasses in there. Now, my hairbrush is on this side because I heard it crunch, but it covers a little less than half. It shouldn't fall out. So, with that being said, though, I don't want anything exposed. I will probably tote my water bottle most of the trip. I may even purchase one and take with me at the airport. It's, again, probably close to $3 or $5, but it's not that big of a deal. So, overall, with this bag packed, it has to go under the seat. It's pushing the limits, I'm sure, of what it is capable of holding. There is some space. Again, it's on the bed. It will flatten pretty well. I may go through and reconfigure the way some of the stuff is in the bag, simply because I had it a little flatter the first time I packed it. But I wanted to show everybody what I had, what I was doing. So I reconfigured some of the packing. So again, it's one of those, I like to know what people pack. I like to know how you get the most out of your space, the most out of your money. And if I buy anything, there'll be smaller items. I'm not buying large items. I know that I can mail them back if I choose to. And as I'm speaking, I'm repacking this. So I know that I can purchase things and just mail them back. That is always an option for me. If I would like to, I can do that. So what I've done now, and I'll just keep playing with the configuration of spaces and see how that goes. See if it feels different. What's going to be the most comfortable, sitting around with it. If there's a different configuration that feels better to me, that distributes the load a little easier. Everybody's different. Some, depending on if I'm going to be doing a bunch of walking at the airport. Am I walking around sightseeing? Am I sitting at the gate reading? I'm not sure. I've heard that there are different options of things to do at each airport. There is stuff to see at each one of those that is very curious. One of them has supposedly a pretty nice, like a light tunnel or something you can walk through. So I think part of the adventure is getting there. That's my philosophy anyway. I think you should enjoy the travel. I don't look at layovers as a burden. I think it's a free vacation. So the longer layover I can get, even if I'm not leaving the airport, the longer the layover I get, the more of a kind of a free vacation I get. I'm still in the city. I still can, enjoy the sights and the atmosphere that's there even without leaving. So I am all excited about the opportunity to travel. I'm also looking at this as a opportunity to try it out for my family. Um, I have special needs children, so anytime that I can kind of do a trip ahead of them, that gives us the opportunity to try it out and see how it works, what we need to do differently before we get there. Do we even have to do anything different before we get there? Can we just load up and go? Or is it something that we need to explain? Um, we did practice runs with our children prior to going to Baltimore, and we set up a mini airport at our house. We gave everybody their bags. Everybody had their liquid bags pre-packed. We had them take their shoes off. We staged our kids so that if they got separated, they knew what to do. We showed them how to stand in the machine for their x-rays for their security. We had them get their liquid bags out. We showed them how to, take their shoes off and put their electronics on the conveyor belt. We talked all of these things over before we got there. We explained to them that they would be asked questions, possibly about their bags, had they left their bags unattended. We talked to them about not speaking to strangers. They needed to have a uniform on to speak to them. We talked to them about, going to the restroom and taking their belongings with them, that you didn't leave anything laying out, that you would be sharing spaces on the plane that were a little bit smaller than probably, it was pretty much like riding a bus. The biggest thing is getting up and taking off and things like that. So our kids were very well rehearsed prior to us getting there. We had really no issues flying out of the smaller airport. I will be using that airport again this time. We didn't have too many issues with them. My husband skipped the x ray machine and walked through with our oldest, and our youngest. No, I said that backwards. He walked through with our youngest. Because of his age, they did not allow him to go through the x ray machine. And then because our oldest, um, who is special needs, was so well rehearsed in what he was doing, they didn't know that he was special needs. And so he completed the TSA screening background check all on his own, simply by watching everybody else. We didn't have any issues with him. We didn't have to explain to anybody. Coming back through in Baltimore, we did have to explain to the TSA agents that he was special needs, but they were still accommodating. They didn't make him go through the screening. He bypassed it on the way home. And I think the reason there was because that was an international airport. And what we didn't realize when we packed up was at the international airport, they make you take all food, drinks, and candy out of your bags. So we had ordered in the night before, and we had went to Marshall's, and I found a candy that I love at Marshall's. And I bought like 2 bags, and it's like jujubes and it's 2 different things. It's jujubes like mixed in nougat, and I bought 2 bags. And we had ordered Grubhub the night before as well, and they messed our Grubhub order up, and so they gave us a bunch of free cookies. Well, we weren't going to leave it knowing that the kids might get hungry while we were in transit from our flights. So we packed all that with us between the kids' bags. So the TSA agent was telling us we needed to get all of the food and drinks, candy, gum, mints. Of course, she wasn't speaking directly to us. It was just a recorded, a pre-phrased regulation for them of what needed to be done. So we were having to scramble to dig those items out because they were not placed in a convenient location. So we had a little bit of a difficulty with that, but we told the agent there that was doing the screening the situation with our oldest, and he bypassed the machine and he was fine. The only issue we had at that particular airport outside of that was they wouldn't allow us to walk up with our oldest for him to give him his ticket. So I'm going to finish repacking this one more time, and then I will have, I think I got it flat. So we're going to get this pack. But Nick walked in, so I'm going to shut this off. And y'all have a great Saturday, guys. And I'll check in with you later. Thanks for packing with me.